There has been a debate amongst young Christian ladies as to whether the notion of a lady inviting a man she's interested in is biblical and is correct. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Hepsi Banito, and today we are going to be treating the nagging disputes amongst Christian ladies as to whether a Christian lady is allowed, permitted even by the Bible, to show some sort of interest in a guy who they like and who they think might be interested in them. Welcome back. If you're a Christian lady and you are still in the courtship and dating phase, and probably there is a guy around you in your circle, maybe in your church or your place of work, or even in your street, your place of residence that you've taken an interest in, and that you hope to pursue a meaningful courtship or relationship or even marriage with, and maybe the guy has given you subtle signs, maybe in the past by his actions or words or even acts of service, some sort of kindness that he may have shown you that may have given you the notion to think that he or she might also, to think that he, in particular, now I'm talking to Christian ladies, that he is also interested in you, but probably is shy and doesn't know how to express himself, and you are thinking of helping him make it easier for him to approach you. Well, this video is for you, and you want to stick around to the end of this video. Do well to subscribe to this channel for more useful Christian courtship and dating tips if you haven't done so yet, because that is what this channel is all about, so that you don't get to miss on any of my uploads whenever I do that on this channel. I'm Hepsi Banito, and welcome back. Today we are going to be treating the notion of whether Christian ladies are permitted to pursue a man. Now, there is this contrast. There is a similarity between the word or the term pursuit and invite. They are similar, but there are clear differences. And for the clearance of every doubt, pursuit is more aggressive than invitation. For you to pursue a man, that means you are taking deliberate and visible steps for him to know that you actually want him and like him, that you actually desire to have him as maybe a boyfriend or a fiance. No, I would strongly advise against a lady, whether Christian or not, pursuing a man. I mean, that is the exclusive reserve of a man, according to the Bible, how God ordered things to be when it comes to a relationship between a man and a woman. A man should do the pursuing. Your own is to make sure that you are available, that you are reachable, and that you are somebody who is easily relatable with. Yes, make sure that you're somebody who is easily accessed. Yes, accessibility is the word. Make sure you're somebody who he can easily access, because most guys are actually shy. Contrary to what the society today might make us believe, the guy you dream of having as a husband or a fiance in marriage or for marriage, most times those good guys actually come very shy and very quiet. They are usually very reserved. And if that is the case with the guy you have interest in, it might take him some time for him to process his feelings and desire for you within him before he comes out to voice them out to you, before he comes out to propose to you. So you might want to be a little bit more patient with him while he processes his feelings, so that he will be convinced of what he says to you and what he wants from you when he eventually comes to say something to you. So while you are waiting, you could, because this guy is basically shy and quiet, he may have fears, reservations as to whether his feelings will be accepted and reciprocated by you, whether you will love him off, whether you insult him, whether you will tell him off, or whether you will reject him. So if you know that a guy is giving you subtle signs that is interested in you, and you have the keen interest of accepting that pursuit, if he eventually does that, then you can in turn subtly invite him. What do I mean by inviting a man? You can be more patient with him. You can raise. This topic is actually for mature single ladies, because there is a way a lady who is not emotionally mature would hear this and act on it, and it will actually backfire to her, because men are predominantly the pursuers. They are the hunters. If you take away that God instilled in a desire for him to pursue you, be the one to pursue you and get your attention first, even if he does get your attention, or even if you do get his attention, it will be short-lived, because he will feel like he has been cheated in that relationship. And the next attractive, shiny thing, I mean a lady now, that allows him to express himself in that way that God has originally created a man to, that is to pursue and to hunt his woman, in quotes, he will actually digress and divert. And that will be when you will start crying foul that he cheated on you, or he's unfaithful to you, or he has chickened out of the relationship. So it is very important that you allow him as the man to be the one to pursue you. However, you should be accessible. You should be somebody who is relatable, somebody who is warm, somebody who is reachable, somebody who he feels comfortable with. And when he does come around you, when he wants your attention, when he wants to say strike a conversation or something like that, be somebody who is attentive, somebody who is patient, somebody who doesn't make expensive or silly jokes. Yes, even when he does make a joke, just know how to comport yourself in a way that will not go off as being odd, that he will begin to ask himself whether he's making the right decision with you or not. So you will want to check how you accept his pursuits. And if you feel the need to help him make his decisions faster, the only thing you can do as a Christian lady is to invite him in very subtle ways that will not send an alarm off in his head that you are actually pursuing him, that you're actually trying to switch roles, that you're actually the one trying to be the man. Every man already has this masculine instinct in him, and he's not looking for another man to pursue except he's gay. But if he's a straight guy looking for a mature Christian lady to settle down with, he's looking for a woman who is feminine in every sense of the word. Yes, you have to be femme. Yes, you have to be mature. Yes, you have to have your principles and your personality, your self-esteem intact, but you should not come off as being a fellow man to him. So allow him to do that which God has already preordained him to do. Allow him to do that which he has already been preordained and predestined to do when it comes to finding. The Bible says he who finds, not she who finds. Your own is to make yourself a wife and make yourself discoverable, make yourself accessible, make yourself reachable, and make yourself warm. Make yourself as feminine as you can without, sounding desperate or looking desperate and all that. Be somebody that even if you were a man and you see yourself from the male perspective, you would want to pursue yourself. Be that kind of woman. So invite him when he does come around you, when he's around your presence, maybe in a crowded room, or even when it's just the both of you, when both of you are in a secluded area. You want be attentive, be receptive, and be somebody who he will in the long run enjoy being around with. He should enjoy your presence. He should enjoy conversations with you. You should not come up as an empty head. You should be able to, relate with him in a very intelligent and matured way and all that. So the Bible actually, there is story and event in the scripture that gives Christian ladies, Christian guys, the template for Christian courtship. The term dating is not in the Bible, it's not biblical. It's actually this generational thing. But yes, we have a template for Christian courtship, and that is in the book of Ruth. That is in the book of Ruth. Ruth did not go after pursuing Boaz when she came back from exile with her mother-in-law, Naomi. We all know the story. If you don't, go search out the book of Ruth in the Bible and read. It's a short book of the Bible. You can actually finish it in a day. Ruth did not go after pursuing Boaz. Her mother-in-law gave her, do I call it hints? Yes, she actually pointed her in the right direction and to the right guy, Boaz, but she did subtle invitations to him. Yes, she could have gone to any other person's field, but she chose Boaz's field and she stayed there. And she showed she was a woman who is industrious, who is hardworking, and who is focused. Apart from the fact that the whole entire village had already seen her and have already known her for being somebody who is faithful and somebody who is committed, because she showed commitment not just to her late husband, that's Naomi's late son, but also to her mother-in-law, Naomi, which is a trait that is very rare even in this generation. So she has already shown herself to be somebody who is committed and who is respectful and all that. But to Boaz, she also showed that she was also industrious, or also focused and all that. So those were subtle invitations that Boaz saw and picked up from there to pursue her. He pursued her intentionally. So these are things you should learn as a Christian lady. It is very wrong for you to just sit there and do nothing and expect the guy to do all the whole actual frontline pursuits or hunting or proposal to the guy. But yes, you could by your actions in a very subtle and matured way, yes, show the guy that if he's interested, that you are open to accepting his proposal. If he's interested, you have a very harmless conversation. things that are not in depth, things that will not suggest relationship. You're not to suggest being in a relationship to the guy. Just strike a harmless conversation with the guy and allow him to take it up from there. If he takes it up from there and it works in your favor, good for you. If he doesn't take it up from there, if he doesn't take it as a hint, and if he doesn't go further from there, it's also good for you. At least you know where you stand and you put your heart in check on time. So you don't waste your time, waste your emotion, and put yourself up to the danger of being used by a man. So if you have a guy in view that you think or you sense that might be interested in pursuing you, you could give him some little hints by inviting him in a very subtle way to actually go ahead with his intentions if they are genuine, and wait to watch how he takes it and how the whole thing plays out. If you've watched to this very point, thank you. Remember also to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell. Please, your subscription is very important to this channel because it tells YouTube's algorithm that this is a very valuable content, and YouTube will push it to more viewers, more ladies, more single guys who would need this truth and these biblical insights. So please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. And if you have any comments, if you have any questions to ask, if you want to know more about the relationship or the events that happened in the book of Ruth, please drop your comments in the comment section. I will be there reading, and I promise to respond to all. Until I come your way next time, this is Hepzibah Nieto, and I'm saying thank you and God bless you. Bye.